Hello guys, and welcome to part 3 of web design. Today is all about introduction to CSS. So this is our website target. This is a website we want to make, and it's a little website. There's nothing much in it. There's no database, no nothing, no buttons. A lot of Java has not been done. Okay, this is just basic introduction. And today I just want to introduce CSS. So our target website looks like this. It has this header here, and you can see some over in the header. There's some bit of styling in that header. The body is styled up, and also the footer here is styled up. So this is what we made last time. I deleted the form that was here because I did not want to teach forms again. I just wanted you guys to be introduced to the forms. So we will style this header, and then the body, we will not style the body today because you realize the body has some bit of, if I click on admin, you can see it is bringing a new panel. It is loading a new URL here. When I select food, you can see it is also loading a new URL. That is why I don't want to do the body today. I just wanted as today to cover just the header and the footer, the styling of the two. And then the next class we shall style up this home, and then we shall style the admin, the category, the food, and the order in that format. First, we will make the codes for each of them, and then we'll style it up. Okay, so today we'll just style the header and the footer, and then we will be done. Right now, I don't have my footer. I just have the header. I deleted the form that was in the body. Right now, there's nothing in the footer. So why don't we start by making this uh, to be in my footer code. You remember we separated our footer code and the header code and the index code. So I will just come to the footer code here. Uh, I will first begin by creating a division for the footer. So I can create a division ID equals footer, and then this division I will close it here. But before I close the division, sorry, okay, so before I close the division, I just want to include what is right here. 2021 all rights reserved. Okay, but you can write anything. I mean, you can write anything. So 2021 is not 2021, that is 2012. 2021 all reserved. Why don't we change this to some academy? And then what do we have? We have developed by, okay, by the MK Academy. So that is what I'm going to write. Developed by. So what you see here, guys, uh, is some tag that looks like what you are seeing here. It looks like if you look at this button, it looks the same way. So this is an anchor tag that was put down here. So I can come right here and put some anchor tag. So when I click on the anchor tag, it will direct me somewhere. So if I come and just pick maybe a random anchor tag, maybe let me pick this one. Let me just copy this one. So I will just come and paste it here. But this one I will now change it to uh, the MK. Okay, so we will use that uh, as some navigation to navigate to maybe the MK, the builder of this website. So when somebody comes and clicks on it, he can be directed to the developer of this website. So that is why we placed that anchor tag there. So let me just go right ahead and save it. Let me see if it has changed. Yes, I can see the footer now is right here, and it has that uh, navigation tag right there. We call it navigation tag for now, though it is not called that. Okay, so what we will do, we will now start styling up. You can see this was our body. I deleted the code that was here. Now I don't need that anymore. I can delete it or I can just keep it. So I'll just go right ahead and start styling my header. So before we begin styling, I want you guys to understand that we style divisions. Okay, so like you can see there is a division right here with an ID called nav. It starts here and it ends here. So there's another division inside the nav. It is inside the nav division. It is called an ordered list. And again, you can see there's another division here, and there are five. These divisions are five, and they are the divisions for the list. And then inside here, we have a division. Inside each and every of those uh, list divisions, there is an anchor tag, which is also a division. Somehow it is a division. So we will style up this division first, the main division for the nav. When we are done, we will style the division for the unordered list. Then we will style the division for the four lists. And then for each list, there is some anchor tag here. We will also style that anchor tag there uh, its own way. Okay, so I will introduce you to styling in CSS, and that is what we are going to cover for the header. And then for the footer, we'll just style the footer so that it can have what you are seeing in our target website here, the color and these the way they are arranged right here in the center. Okay, so why don't we just go ahead and start making our style sheet. So you can see this style.css right here. So I don't want to use that. I will teach you guys how to make your own. So this is how we do it. Just come here and type, uh, maybe we can call it style sheet.css. So it is .css. This one is .css because it is a CSS file. So, and this is the style sheet that we will be using to style our web. Okay, so before we start styling, it is good to link this CSS with the rest of the code because the code will want to know like what we did here in index. We linked this, we included this header. So the CSS will want, the code will want to know where is this CSS. The styling that is being done to this code. There is a way of calling the CSS, and we do it in the header. So we just come to the header, and you can see I have below the title. This one was not there. So below the title, there's something we add, a link to a style sheet, and it is a type CSS. That is why it is .css. It is a text document if you open it from your Windows Explorer. The reference of this is stylesheet.css. It is just here. We could navigate to a folder if it was inside a folder by adding a backslash here, forward slash actually. So this function right here is linking now our code. Before we start writing anything in the body, it will link this body to the CSS so that now the CSS can style the body as the body is building up. Okay, so let us now start styling these divisions here. So I will just come to my style sheet. There's something I see people doing. These comments they write here in the first maybe 3 lines. They write some comments on the author, the theme, and the version, but I will skip that. I don't want to do it. It is a comment anyway. It does not get executed. So I will just go right and start writing the CSS for the body. So this is where I will define my font. I want maybe sans serif and Arial as my fonts. So sans serif and Arial is my font. So before maybe I can list them, I would want to start by saying that this is a font family. So this is a font family, and this is Arial and Sans serif. You can define any other font family you know here in the body. So I'll just go ahead and jump out of the body, and I will first create the CSS for the first division. So our first division was had an ID of nav, and then I will open the CSS for that. And then the second CSS will be for, if I come back to my header, you can see there the first one is nav. Inside that nav, we have the unordered list. We have, again, inside the unordered list, we have the list. And then inside the list, we have these anchor tags. So what I will do in my stylesheet.css, I will just add them the way they are, because those unordered list and the list itself don't have IDs. I did not give them IDs. So there's a way I can just write nav and then UL, indicating this unordered list is inside the navigation division. Okay. So I will do the same for uh, nav unordered list. Then inside unordered list, we have a list. Okay. So I will do the same for the anchor tags. So there's a nav. Inside the nav, we have an ordered list. Inside the unordered list, we have the list, and then we have the anchor tag right there inside. And then I will also do something else. I will write the nav again, an ordered list. Inside we have the list, and then we have an anchor tag. And then these anchor tags, I would want to give them some hover. So I will just write hover. You will understand what that is when we start running this with our CSS linked. Okay, so let me now start. Okay, this one more for the footer. Remember, we also doing the footer. We just created that division for the footer. So I will write footer here, and we call them using the ID. I want to believe that is what we used as the ID. Yeah, it was ID footer. So we are not uh, uh, out of place. Okay, so let me begin by the navigation. This navigation one, I will style the main division that contains the unordered list and the lists and the anchor tags and then the hover. This way I will style it up. I can give it a border. I can give it a border, and you will see how that border will look like. So let me just give it a border of maybe two pixels. So we use pixels, and then you can say some solid color, maybe some solid, maybe gray. I don't know. Let us work with some color like orange. So you realize when I type that color, it highlights because it recognizes that orange is a color. There's another way of doing colors you will see using some hash and some lines that follow that hash for the color, because some colors are a bit complicated. Maybe you may not know what that color is. So let me go ahead and save this, and I will come to my test site and I will refresh. You can see now we have a border here, and this border is color orange, and inside that it has enclosed our header now inside, and this is our header is now very much enclosed inside. So we will want to style that more. You may want to give it some height, maybe you may want to give it some width, but you can see ours just was auto, it kind of automatically placed itself within the width and the height. Okay, so there's more you can add here. You can add the height, you can add the margin, you can add a lot, but I don't want to introduce those today. So there's something else here, here in the unordered list, the list style type. So the list style type, uh, you see now this is listed. This unordered list is kind of listed in a way. So list style type, we will put none, and then we will observe the change so that you guys can understand what that does. So let us refresh and see the change. You can see those listing dots, They could be dots, they could be anything, I don't know, they could be, but the dots you see they have disappeared because of that command of list style type. So I will come, you can add more here, there's more you can add here, but I'm just doing it step by step so that you guys can follow. So from there we will go to the list itself, and the first thing I will do to this list is I want the display to be in line, because you realize what it looks here, it is going downwards, but in our site it is going across. We want it to be in line rather than cascading downwards. Okay, so let me save that, and you see the change. Uh, you can see now the change. It is now moving in that direction. Our website is beginning to build up. Yeah, now you guys are getting excited. Okay, so is there anything else we can add here? Yes, we can add some padding, and what padding does, let me just add a padding of maybe 3%. So let us see how that padding changes, the effect of padding. So you can see they are a bit too squeezed together. You may want to separate them so that they are not squeezed together. So that is the now padding. You can see it has done exactly that. It has spaced them. Now they are not the way they were together. They have separated. Okay. So let us now come to the anchor tags themselves now. And the first thing I realize is that they have some some funny decorations here. There is an underline. I mean, they don't look the way they look exactly here. These ones are not underlined. These ones are underlined. So I can just remove that text decoration by just typing text decoration, and I can just put none because I don't want those lines. So let us see the effect of that. You can see now the underline lines have disappeared. That is what we wanted. Thank you very much. Okay, so from there now we can come to the is there anything else we can add to, yeah, we can add some font weight to the anchor tags so that they are a bit big. They can have some weight in their font. So I will just come here and pick font weight, and then bold. I want them to be bold. So this is how they look now. Let me see the change. Yeah, they are a bit bold now. They are now bold kidogo. We can be able to see them more clearly. Okay, so is there anything else I can add there? I mean, there's a lot you can add. I can add the color, because you see here they have some color here. And that color, I don't know what color that is. It is maybe faint red. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at colors. So this is where I will introduce you guys to some way of defining color. So color here, I will give it a color with some hash. So you can type red, you can type orange the way we did here. You can type without the hash, orange, red, blue, green, sky red, sky blue. You can type anything there, but there are some colors that you don't know. They are a bit complicated. They come up because of mixture of that color and some other colors. So you may want to change them. You may want to use them, I mean. So this is where you define them using some hash and some f. Some others could be just I don't know. Let me just write it so that you guys can see. So we have something like that, and you can see now it has highlighted, meaning that it has detected this is a color. So these are place you can get these colors from. If I was using Visual Studio, it would draw that color ramp right here, and you would be able to observe the color ramp right here, and then you can view the way that color is distributed in the color ramp. But because we don't have Visual Studio, we are using Atom. We may not be able to see that. Okay, but we are using Atom with a reason. Okay, it was not to deny you that platform to enjoy that. Okay, so this home is admin. category, and you can see the color here is some default blue color. So let us see if the color will change. Yeah, the color has changed, and it looks like the color we have here. So that color right there does not have hover right now. uh, I want to give it hover because you realize when I move my mouse to my target website, you can see this, it is brightening up, kinda. So that is what we want our website to do. So that is why I have some function here for the hover. So here I'm just going to define the color. But you can throw any color here. You don't have to stick to my colors. You can stick to the primary colors. So the color we put for the hover here is some color FF47 57. You don't have to cram all that. I mean, if you want your website to be more color lively and look good, you may want to research about these colors. I will tell you where you can get them at a later stage. Right now, I don't want to make a very long video. I just want to make something very short. So let us see the effect of that hover to our test website. Yes, so the hover is coming up very well. You can see when I move my mouse, there's some brightening up. Maybe I can use some color which you guys may understand better. Maybe use blue. I mean, just for the purpose of you guys understanding what hover is, you can see. Let me refresh. You can see there's a blue color that comes when I move my mouse there. So that is what we call hover. It indicates that that is a button. That is a place I can click, and there will be some navigation. Okay, but our target website does not have that blue, so I will stick to the color I had previously. So we have styled up our header. You realize the header does not look the way this one looks like. This one has about a border. I just wanted you guys to know that CSS for the border. So right now, it doesn't. Our test website does not have a border. I can remove the border if I don't want it. I can give the border some height, some width, some margin. Like you can see, there's a margin from here to here. There's a margin. On the left again, there's a margin. On the right, there's a margin. Even to the bottom, you can put some margin. Maybe if you have another border for the body here. But we will understand that more as we go deep into CSS. So our header looks styled up. The only thing is it is not aligned at the center. So we may want to align that at the center. So I will come to my list and I will align this text uh, at the center. So let us see if it will align. It does not align. That means that the code will not work uh, from here. So I will just move it to. Let us try here in the navigation. Okay. So this is how, by the way, if you don't know where to align your text from, if you don't know where to change the border from, you can try this, by the way. Though it shows that you are not very yet comfortable with CSS. So, but I just wanted you guys to see how you can move a text, because sometimes it can be very hectic to know why this code is not working in this list, and when I move it in text it is working. Sometimes you may find a lot of you working a lot, trying to understand why the code is not wrong and it is not working. So that means it is just placed in the wrong division. When you have so many divisions inside others, sometimes you may lose some of these things. You may be confused where to place this text align. Like you can see right now, we placed it in the list and it did not work. So when we moved it to the another list division that was outside Kidogo, it worked. So you may experience that sometimes, and you can see now it has worked. It has been aligned at the center. Maybe our padding was too much. This looks like it is more closer to each other. So let us do that. So our padding here, we can reduce it to 1% maybe. So, okay. Yeah, actually that worked well. So what we have in the header is only some addition margin that was not here in the our target website. Okay, so let us jump to the footer now, and then we do some CSS for the footer. So I will jump back to my text editor, and I will start editing my footer and give it some style. So you realize the footer has some background color. So I will just start by giving that background color. You guys are now comfortable with CSS. I mean, you can guess what we will do in the next part when we will be styling the body. You can guess we will be using the same commands: text decoration, font, color, background image, and then we have I mean there are so many, and they are not hard. That is why I did not decide to teach CSS as a separate course. I just wanted to teach you guys how to write CSS by just introducing you to this very simple CSS for a very simple website. Okay, so this color we can give it color FF. These are now my I did that 2 times. Okay, so this FF maybe 47, 57. Yeah, let me see if my footer will have that color. So let me refresh my page. Yes, so my footer has borrowed that color from here. You can see it has some margin that just came up. We did not define margin in our footer. We did not define the height. It just came by itself. It was able to detect the footer and just automatically give the color to the footer, because you realize this is the code that was there in the footer. So the next thing we will do is this text will also align it at the center, just like we did here, because in our test website it is aligned in the center. So that is what I'm going to do right now. I will go back to my text editor. The next maybe should be text align center. Okay. Let me see the effect in my test site. Sorry for that. I actually opened a new tab instead of instead of refreshing. So this is localhost. Our folder is test, and then we are running index.php. Okay, so you can see now it has refreshed and the text is aligned at the center. So we can remove this decoration. By now you know how to remove the decoration. You just come right here and uh, just copy this one, and then I will refresh. Uh, okay, there's nothing that happened there. This something I will talk about this. It's some later stage, so let us just leave it at that for now. Because we are running out of time. So text decoration, let me just remove it. We will do this later. I will explain later. Maybe when we will be doing uh, the other part, because this one has not been linked to anything yet. You realize that it is not linked to anything yet. That tag does not link to any folder. So I will explain that later. Okay, so maybe the only thing I will add to this one is the color of my text. So you realize this text is in black, and this black does not appear very well in this background color. I may want to give it a color white. So just come here and type background uh, color, and I can give it white. You see, I did not use this hash I was using before, and you can see it will change actually. That was background color, sorry. Uh, I just wanted the color of the text itself, so let me delete that part of background. Uh, so the color itself will do the text. Background color will do the background color. So did I say that? Okay, so I will refresh. Yeah, you can see now the text is in white, and you can see the background retains its color, and then there's this tag right here. So these are mostly used for as quick links. Maybe you may want your footer to have a link to the category. You may want your link to have the footer to have a link to the order or anything else that is used as a quick link. Okay, so our quick link is not linked to anything right now. So we have styled our footer, we have styled our header, we have not styled our body. In fact, we don't have anything in our body yet, index.php. We just have some garbage code here. I deleted the form that was here. Okay, that is why our header, our body, I deleted the form that was here. Uh, he is not, you can see it has an automatic way of detecting that there is a space here for the header. So when we start writing there's a space here for the body. So when we start writing the CSS for the body, the dashboard, the categories, the ones that are written here, they will just come and fit inside here. We just have to do them in the correct division. So there is an automatic way of it detecting that it should go here, but you can also define the margin using CSS if you want. You may want to define a margin. But right now, I'll just change this from I deleted the form that was here to dashboard because we have a dashboard here. So let me just go back to my text editor. I will delete this and I will just put a header one, a header one. In this header one right here is dashboard. So dashboard, then I will save that, and then I will come to my test site. I will refresh. Yes, it has changed to dashboard. So here in the dashboard, it is in the home. So when I go to admin, there is nothing right now in the admin. But if I come to my test admin, there is manage admin. Category, there is manage category. So we will do that in our next class. We will style uh, the manage category, the manage admin, the manage food, and all those. We will style them using CSS because we will create some divisions, and then we will be done making this simple website template. And then from here, now we can jump to database. We can make a login system. I mean, we can do anything else from here. Maybe we can go right to JavaScript and start improving more functionalities to our website. But right now, we have achieved what we wanted to achieve. So let me just remove this yellow border so that orange, it is both orange. So I will just remove it so that it looks exactly the way it looks here. So let us refresh. Yes. So you can see it looks exactly the way it looked right here. The only part is maybe this one, but this one, there is something I want to teach, which we use in CSS to make something appear this way. When you realize it is overshooting, maybe in the border, it is not fitting in well. There's something we use, there's a way of styling, there's a way we use it. I will teach you more. I just wanted to avoid that literally because it is not part of our today's class. Okay, so that is what we were supposed to cover today. We have made the header and the footer. We have done some CSSs. I believe by now you guys have an idea of how even you can style this dashboard on your own. I know you guys will do it. I know you will come and you will start telling me, look at what I have made, and I will be proud to see your progress, people. So we will stop it at that point. That is web design part 3. In part 4, we will do the body, and then I will teach you guys how to make this admin.php, category.php, and how you can link them together so that when I click it, it can also change. When I click like admin, it can also change the content area right here. So that is it for now, guys, and I will see you guys in the next part of this video.